What's up everybody, my name is Kasper Nørgaard and today we'll take a look at the CL220, a 220 watt COB LED light from Colbor. Lighting is one of the most important parts of videography and photography, and it's definitely not something that you should be overlooking. It's not a secret that I really like products from Colbor, and I have reviewed some of their products earlier. The PL8R, the CL60, CL60R, a V-mount adapter, the LB65, and now the CL220. In fact, I have been chosen by Colbor as their brand specialist, and for that I'm very happy. In respect of my reviewers, I will always state my own opinion about products, and I'm not being paid in any way to say anything special about the product. The CL220 reminds a lot of their previous lights by their compact form factor. Aside from that, we have a big brother to this one, the CL320, and the latest CL220R, which is an RGB version of this light. First of all, you'll get a very nice and solid carrying case, and compared to the CL60 case, this one is much bigger. You'll get a DC power cable with a very long range, so the light can be placed on a tall light stand. You'll get a reflector disc with a bones mount, and the light itself. Also, you have a Nato rail to add multiple accessories when stacking, for example, multiple lights together. The light can be purchased for $329 on Amazon.com or B&H, and I have not been able to see it on the German Amazon yet. The color range on this light are similar to the rest of the Colbor family. We have the 2700 to 6500 Kelvin, but this one has an output of 105,000 lux at 1 meter distance, with a CRI rating of 96. The weight is only 1.57 kilograms, and the materials for this light is a combination between plastic and metal. The previous lights were all metal, so this one might seem a bit cheaper in quality, but don't worry. The light is designed in a way so we have everything combined in a smaller form factor for a 220 watt light. At the front we have a standard bones mount so you can add most softboxes, and in the front there is also a protected lens for the chip itself. And in the rear of the light we have a handle to grab when lifting or adjusting the light, and with a 220 watt light you expect to have like a larger softbox attached, and such a nice handle like this is a very good idea. And to withstand the weight there are a very big handle right here to tighten the light. I think this one is friction based and it's not a rosette, and I'm curious to see how it will react over time, but for now I haven't had any issues with it. Inside the plastic part I am very happy to see that we have an aluminum block to meet the light stand. On the other side of the handle there is a built-in umbrella holder, and at the back of the light we have an XLR power input and a power switch that allows you to have the light turned on at all time, and when you flip the wall switch the light powers on automatically, and I think this is a really good feature that they have added to this light. Besides that, we have a couple of buttons and dials at the back here. And similar to the CL60 lights, this light has also the very unique and very innovative Nato rails that allows you to stack multiple lights together or add unlimited accessories with the Nato rail. If we look through the grid right here and inside the light, there is a very big heatsink and a very big yellow fan. So let's just quickly test the output of this light, because it actually punches a very good amount of output. I have plugged in the cable, and when switching on the power button you can actually see that it fills in the background quite a lot, and we are only at 1% with this light, so let's just bump it up. %. Everything is completely blown out. I cannot see anything right now. So it is very, very powerful. And let's just put in 1% once again. And let's have a quick look on how to operate this light. The light has two big dials, each to control the color temperature and one to control the light intensity. And when you're jumping, the light can actually jump from 1% increments at the time, and by pushing the dial it will jump 25%. Besides that, we have 4 buttons all around here, where one jumps to the CCT mode, another one, the set mode, enters the settings, the EFF enters the effects, and the menu has 10 different effects in here that we can play around with. Everything and more can be controlled by the Colbor Studio application. The Colbor lately updated their application and it's now much more intuitive and easy to use. And after just pairing once with the application, it's ready to control the light right after opening and turning on the light. To cool down the light, there is a big yellow fan, as I mentioned, and the light has 3 different powering modes or operation modes of the fan. We have the smart mode that will turn on the fan speed if needed and might be the best solution for you. We have the quiet mode, but in that you are very limited to 50% output. And then we have the performance mode. That will really cool down the light, but it also makes a lot of sound. And I only really see this mode is useful when you don't have the light nearby a microphone. If you have it too close to the microphone, it's too noisy. And let's just do a comparison of the different modes at full output. So I just brought the light in so we can test the output of this light. So let's just put it over here. I have a microphone right up here so we can really listen to it. Now we are at 100% brightness. We are using the smart mode. So this is the fan noise output at the smart mode. Of course, when it has to cool down, it will be a little bit louder. Let's switch over. Now we are in the quiet mode. So as you can hear right now, it's the same output, but we are limited to the light only has 50% of output. And let's move over to the performance mode. Now you can see that here the fan is really kicking in and we are only at 50%, so let's put it up even further. So this means that we have a lot of fan output, but it also cools down the light really good. So if it's outside, no worries, and even outside a window. Let's move it back to the smart mode again. So you can hear a big difference. Right now the microphone is right here, so let's just move it a little bit aside. Let's hear if you're able to hear the light. And remember, we are at 100% right now. We are getting close to the end of this review, so let's just quickly go over some of the cons that I've found with this video light. Compared to other new lights from, for example, from Shure, this is a bigger solution. But they also have, Shure also have splitted the control box from the light itself. So all in all, I guess if you compare it, it's the same size. And compared to other brands, the CL220 is not bigger. So I actually like this size, and compared to the Godox VL150 and older light, this is much better in size comparison. At the bottom of the light right here, there is a USB input, but it's covered with a rubber piece. And this one falls off way too easy and it's not attached to anything, so it will definitely be lost. So I really suggest that Colbor change this in a later edition. I wish that the additional Nato rail, this one, would be a little bit thicker, so it's possible to add a second light directly. Maybe that's not the strategy, but then if it isn't, then I would like that Colbor added or included the accessories to stack multiple lights into this kit, because I really don't want to buy additional accessories when the gear has that amazing feature that we can stack and we can add accessories and everything. Right here we can add the V-mount adapter directly, so I really think that's good, it's included. I'm a little bit curious if this handle is going to have an effect on how much you can at least it should be, there should be a groove, so it should have been smooth all the way over here. As mentioned, I really don't like this handle that much. It feels a little bit cheap and it's very big compared to the rest of the light. So please make something a little bit more neat and smooth. Maybe a metal solution would be better. And let's wrap up this video. And I would like to say thank you for watching and supporting this channel. I really appreciate that. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Like, comment, and I will see you in the future.